Is facing its biggest recession in 300 years as the coronavirus pandemic lockdown wreaks havoc. The GDP of the country predicted to nosedive by more than a third this quarter, and public debt set to top £2 trillion this month. Live to London for public and political reaction, correspondent Olly Barratt. Good afternoon to you and welcome. Biggest recession in 300 years, and the Chancellor in Britain saying that there is no immediate bounce back. This is of huge concern.
That's exactly right. It's looking pretty stark for the UK economy, much like many other economies around the world. I mean, we are not officially in recession yet here in the UK. We've had one quarter of negative growth in the first quarter, but that was the sharpest contraction over a quarter we've seen since the financial crisis. And bear in mind that the UK only went into lockdown on March the 23rd. So a sharp contraction in quarter one, even though those figures only reflect a full week of lockdown. We've been in lockdown ever since, so there is some expectation that when the quarter two figures do finally come out, that it will show we are officially into recession. But some of the data we've had in between that effectively confirms that we're just waiting for that result to be confirmed now. The UK is no doubt in recession. We know from the latest unemployment benefit claimant numbers for April that certainly the labour market has really ground to a halt here in the UK, and many businesses, of course, have had to shut up shop since those lockdown measures came in place. So we wait for the official confirmation, but we can say with some level of certainty that the UK is currently in a recession.
There's a mirror position as far as the UK and South Africa is concerned, because there is worry over the state of both economies. It is hastening then the need for people to return to work. But as we're experiencing in this country, as we are hoping to move from level 4 lockdown to level 3 lockdown, there's worry that it may be happening too fast.
Yeah, you know, there's worries on both sides of this equation. There are conservative politicians and economists in this country who think that actually the government should be moving quicker to get the economy moving, that they believe that the downsides of a lockdown economy don't just feed through into the economy, they feed through into poverty, into health as well. So they're worried that Britain's moving too slowly. But critics of the government also worried that it's moving too quickly, sending people back to work when it's not necessarily yet safe to do so. We won't know who's right about this for some months to come, but a very difficult balance to strike, certainly. One of the things that the UK government has done is put this furlough job retention scheme in place. The government is now paying up to 80% of the wages of 8 million private sector workers. Now, that may cushion the blow to some extent when it comes to the unemployment figures we see in the coming weeks and months, but that can't go on forever, and as you were intimating at earlier, is adding to the public debt day by day as well. So all sorts of difficult calculations to make in the coming weeks.
Olly Barratt is our correspondent in the United Kingdom.